Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. In this video, we are going to take a close look at the Evercade Alpha. It's time to change the game. And that is absolutely one of those titles they're using in their new advertisement campaign for their new product. I think it's kind of cool because this is a next level situation. And the reason why, because when it comes to, let's say, the Evercade itself, we can collect actually physical games. And those can be combined with this bar top. It's kind of cool. And also let's later on chit chat about the prices, but you can just plug in two cartridges and also they come with built-in games. Two different kind of, let's say, models. We're having the Mega Man and the Street Fighter version. We do see, let's say, these, games licensed with the official Capcom, let's say, mini arcade machine. So when it comes to, let's say, having released games on an arcade machine, this is nothing really new. But when it comes to this, the Evercade Alpha, I think it's a very cool idea because when you're looking at all the things we can buy, yep, we have all kinds of different ways to play now. And with the Evercade Alpha, it's going to be a very cool new way to play because we can actually now play our games and we have a lot of them when it comes to Evercade. If you already have bought a lot of them, we could just slap them in and have like thousands of games to play it on a different way. I've been in the Evercade game for some time now, and I mean particularly when starting like buying, reviewing and collecting. So the first was with the Evercade Premium Pack with like two different versions what I can recall. And yeah, we can start playing all kinds of cool games. I was not the biggest fan of Atari, I didn't really grow up with this. But we did have like a lot of cool, let's say, arcade classics and some homebrew games, or at least custom new games like Xenocrisis. I think it's absolutely amazing to just experience those games on the go. However, the Evercade Premium, I love that, let's say, the device itself, the form factor and everything, but actually playing these games, it felt that the Evercade was not, let's say, a good device when it comes to the overall technology, simply because actually the games were playing perfectly on this device. We did notice that the Evercade itself, the first generation handheld, didn't age well because the competition were releasing all kinds of devices and they had like way better overall, let's say, displays, and the build quality felt more sturdy than the Evercade or this first generation. They also released the Evercade EXP and that thing was absolutely amazing when it comes to, let's say, features, software and also the build quality. And we're having the Arcade VS. Yeah, so we actually have three different ways to actually play. And that's the idea when it comes to Evercade. You're buying the games, you have all kinds of hardware you can just play it with. So this is not like a single purchase. And I just love this thing when it comes to, let's say, the idea. The Evercade XP was a beautiful device and they made a full review about it, and I can tell you features like the Tate mode were absolutely cool. It come even built in with some Capcom games and absolutely retro gaming leveled up. That was just absolutely true when it comes to the Evercade EXP. But if you don't want to play your games on a handheld, you just want to play it on a television, that was also a possibility with Evercade because they released this complete Evercade VS, the retro game console with two slots like the arcade machine. And with this we had all kinds of cool solutions now, playing the games on two different handhelds and having even a game system that we can play our games with. So I think it's such a cool modular system, so we have no limitations to hardware. Think about the Sega 32X time, we don't have that shenanigans going on. At this point we just have like handhelds but also a game system, and it's kind of cool. So the idea is going to be to the next level with now the new arcade machine. Okay, so the Evercade Alpha, time to change the game. That is absolutely true, because at this point we do have like a new way to play. I have a stack of these like cartridges so I can just slap it in, two licensed ones with games included. So when you're looking at the Street Fighter 2, you can see that they had this inspiration of the big blue cabinet. Retro Ralph did a review about it. Do wonder if he still has it. But besides that, yeah, it's kind of cool. We have like a minor discount when it comes to the prices. So that's of course up to you if you want to order it, pre-order it now, or wait for the reviews to come in so we can just discuss if this thing is really worth your money, because this is not a very cheap product. The official licensed arcade design. So what's kind of cool, I really wonder like how it is, like swappable light up marquee. Are getting a couple of them in the box and can just swap them out. I think it's a very cool idea. A high resolution IPS panel, 8 inches. I wish they went for 10 inch, but okay, 8 inches fine. Competition grade full size arcade control, so I'm curious how that is going to be playing. And yeah, they still have the dual Evercade cartridge slots at the front. And of course, like we have the option to slap in some controllers so you can use this thing actually like a game console. Okay, so one of the cool features they're having that these things come with built-in games. So if you have no cartridges, you can just buy them and just play. And you can buy a couple of cartridges later on. So the Street Fighter version does have an interesting overall, let's say, collection. So where we have Street Fighter 2, but also when it comes to, like, the alpha versions. I'm personally a big fan of the alpha Street Fighter. But with the Mega Man, we do get ourselves like some other crazy cool games. So yeah, it's kind of cool that I finally have some different collections. The Mega Man is an interesting one with Knight of the Round, Strider Final Fight, but also the Carrier Aircraft or Aircraft Carrier, one of the games of my childhood. I've played that game so much. So to be honest, where I'm a big Street Fighter fan, it's very difficult not to say no to the Mega Man 2 of the Aircraft Carrier game, because that thing is absolutely awesome. So two different ways to play. I do wonder one thing, is if they're going to be releasing the games on a cartridge. Because so far I know there is no Capcom collection. Or maybe I haven't been very far if they change it out in the future as you see in this video. But that would be cool to have the Mega Man games, but also the Street Fighter games, the collection from the arcade machine on a cartridge. So we can actually play that on maybe different devices like the Evercade VS game console. So the Evercade is doing absolutely a great job when it comes to, let's say, the overall, let's say, idea. So you buy the games and you have all kinds of different ways to play. So if you buy a couple of these Mega Man or maybe a Mega Man and a Street Fighter, you have like multiple bar tops. We can play all of your games and we have just multiple devices we can use it with. I wish we had this in the 90s, to be honest. How cool would that be? But yeah, okay, so it's absolutely an amazing time to live. And yeah, we have so many different choices now. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of this particular, like, idea? Do you love it? Do you want to get yourself an arcade machine? I want to have one or maybe both of them just to review them here on the channel. And yeah, to see if they are really worth keeping. Thank you all for watching. Consider subscribing. And it would be great to see you in the next video.